welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 84. Alrighty then. So we have completed every other city in this game, at least in terms of one-make events in North, West and South. And well, now it is time for us to head over to our final section of one-make events. Because now that we have completed South City, since that only has 5 events, pretty much the least, we are now going to head over to our 4th and final city in this game, which is East City. And where pretty much about 20% of this game is compromised here. And so, I thought about how I was going to do this, and well, I eventually decided that I was going to do these manufacturers in alphabetical order. And of course, because obviously Daihatsu starts with D, that is where we are going first. Because it is time for us to start our final section of one-make events in this game, and then we will have completed all but one event. And also, just before I forget, my brain just told me that obviously I shall need to sell a car, so I of course will have some space for both of the Daihatsus I am about to purchase. So I'm going to sell my Peugeot 106, and I'm also going to sell my Fiat 500 Sporting as well, because obviously I need the space. And also because furthermore it gives me some extra dosh, as I do now have enough money for both of my Daihatsus, and well, just because I won't need this car for anything else, I might as well sell my Delta as well, unfortunately. I mean, as much as I really do like this thing, unfortunately I need the space, so that's effectively the main reason why I'm selling that. And so I now have more than enough space for me to get through my next 2 events. So, returning to Daihatsu, and I am going to buy myself this Midget, and had a look through what colours there were, and well, lots of you would expect me to drive this thing in red, and well, my overall response to that is no. I'm gonna go with this. Now, I know some people may think obviously this red looks disgusting, but the truth is, I'm going with this because I dare to be different, and also, since the next event involves a Daihatsu Sirion, obviously I am going to get this thing, and just because I want to make a confirmation before I purchase it, that's precisely what I'm going to do. Yeah, Sirion challenge. That is precisely what I'm going to do. And I'm going to purchase this one, obviously, because, well, this one is cheaper. And well, as for the colour, I actually don't mind this thing in yellow. I also don't mind that blue. Silver's okay. But just because I want to in this very, very dark grey, to quote in the Lego movie, I'm going to purchase this one, just because I want to. And obviously, not going to get it now because I'm already in the Midget. So, it's now time for me to do my usual tactics. So, got to put on the computer chip obviously, and I'm also going to put on the port grinding, even though that doesn't give me anything, but fuck it, whatever. And also, is this thing a turbo? Oh, it is a turbo. And well, I don't think I'll need that, mainly because essentially there is just one race for this thing. And just because I have a feeling I'm going to be struggling with this event, I'm going to put on some sport tyres, and I'm also going to put on stage 1 of weight reduction, you know, just to give my Midget a little bit more acceleration. And Well, just because I want to be cautious in case if we end up going to test course, that's the main reason why I'm getting myself the gearbox. And well, if we do end up a test course, oh okay, I can only buy the turbocharger. I'm also gonna get myself the stage 1 turbo just in case, but I'm hoping we don't end up a test course. Now, and of course, there are 3 events we have to do here at Daihatsu, as we have the Midget contest, the Quare challenge, and also the Sirion challenge. And well, obviously, since this one is at the top, the first one is obviously going to be the Midget contest, and 3 grand if we can win the race. Unfortunately for us at least, this is only 1 race, which means of course that I will not have to put a racing mod on this thing, and oh, we're going to Trial Mountain again. But is it Trial Mountain reverse? Also, furthermore, I know I should have probably put some render on this thing, but well, I just couldn't be fucking bothered, so you know. Let's see how we go. I mean, I'm fairly certain I have enough power, and I'm also fairly certain I probably have everything I need to win. At least everything I think I need to win. And even though this shade of red to some people may look disgusting, the truth is, I'm actually not that bothered. And I have a feeling this is going to be a slow one, because obviously Daihatsu midgets around the circuit like Tri Mountain. I will not be surprised if this race goes slowly. Although the truth is with me, I actually wouldn't mind racing somewhere else. Like maybe, oh fuck you. Like, you know, maybe Deep Forest, or maybe even somewhere different than that. But, no. It just gives me a Tri Mountain. Well, at least I haven't raced at Tri Mountain about as many times as I've raced at fucking Seattle. And, oh, okay. Well, and yep, okay, I think I have reached my maximum speed. But somehow, the leader is actually not pulling away too far. Probably because we all have the same top speed and... oh, going for a dive, going for a dive! The dive briefly worked. But again, because of how slow these things are, this is probably going to take a while to get through this. And it won't surprise me if a race in cars basically as tiny and as slow as this. It wouldn't surprise me if it takes probably less than 5 minutes for me to get through this, but fortunately this is just a 1 race event, so essentially, even though we are driving Daihatsu midgets, fortunately this is only 1 race. As we now start our second lap, and it will probably also be a very long lap as well, considering obviously the first lap, 2 minutes and 36 seconds. I mean, that's literally how fast we are going. It's almost like the pace of a tortoise, essentially. But obviously not a snail's pace. As I just grabbed myself on the inside curbs, but anyways. I am leading at Trial Mountain. in my very much wine-coloured Daihatsu Midget. Yeah, that's probably the closest I can think of, because obviously this very dark shade of red, it basically reminds me of red wine, essentially. That's pretty much the closest I can get to this. And I've reached top speed again. Also, oddly enough, these AI are keeping up with me. I'm actually not extending too far, and I probably did make the rightful decision to put on the sport tyres with the weight reduction, because these AI are keeping up with me pretty good, in spite of it only being one race. And basically our top speeds are pretty much somewhere at like probably 76, maybe 77 miles an hour, probably. Well, it's probably either 77 or 78 miles an hour, because that's what I think the top speed of these things are, but anyways. Through the final chicane, and very much finishing off what will probably be the longest one-make event I will have ever done in this game. And wow, 22.5 seconds quicker on that second lap. Good God, that is quick. And won by just over a second in that event, and the margin from first to sixth eventually turned out to be 1.6 seconds. And fortunately for me at least, that was also the only race of the Midget contest. And I win another 3 grand. And since this is the only race of the Midget contest, obviously I'm going to save it. So just saving the game now. And there it is. And since this is also the only race, obviously, yeah, I'll just delete these because I have no additional usage for them. And so, saving my first replay of the Daihatsu section, which is the Midget contest. Also, because furthermore, I would say pretty much all of the Japanese manufacturers which have an event here, I would probably say all of them have at least 1 or 2 events. But anyways, the Midget contest is now complete. Next up is the Quarry challenge. And well, fortunately for me at least, I do have a Daihatsu Quarry in my garage, and so that's precisely what I'm going to be using next. But anyways, so in terms of progress, we are now 77.62% complete, and I now have 98 cars in my garage. So, the Midget contest is down, 2 events remain at Daihatsu, as next up is the Quarry challenge. Stay tuned for more Gran Turismo 2.